Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today we're playing Sergeant's Checkers, where your king is a Barrelina, which captures forwards and moves diagonally, and the first player to place their Barrelina in the center wins. The army is made of sergeants, which are pawns that move and capture forward and diagonally. Sergeants promote to kings on the 13th ranks. My goal is to win one game. Let's get started with game number one. Alright, game number one. Oh, I did not realize we were going to be looking at this from the side. Oh, and we're playing against Chaco. Say good luck in chat. And we are the blue pieces. It's so strange. I feel like I should be looking from behind my king slash Barrelina, but okay. We'll start advancing on the top slash the left side of the board. They say, and we meet again, good luck. Absolutely. So the introduction was accurate. I mean, the introduction to this video was accurate in its rule set, but it's not really giving you guys the premise of what's actually going on. So basically, because the Barrelina only captures forwards and moves diagonally, it's stuck. These adjacent pieces are soldiers, which only capture and move straight ahead. So basically what's going on here, and for the opponent as well, is that our kings slash Barrelinas, I'm going to call them kings to be honest, are basically stuck in this little corner behind these bricks. And our goal is to basically move our sergeants and break through the enemy's army, promote our sergeants to a king, and then we can come back, break out our Barrelina, and put it in the center. The other way that we could technically also win this is if the opponent somehow blunders a whole bunch of their sergeants, because if they get stalemated, they also lose. But the overarching objective here is promote to a king, rush back, free the Barrelina, put it in the center of the board. Now, my understanding is that I should be looking to break through on this side. Not really because the opponent's Barrelina is there, because I literally can't even get in there myself, but only because it's actually thinner over here. There's a thinner amount of army, right? There's only two layers of army to get through on the left side of the board, whereas over here there's, I believe, 4. So basically I'm just going to be pushing all of my sergeants, trying to break through this basically thinner part, skinnier part of the army, and then maybe I can wiggle my way past and promote to a king. So I guess we just keep advancing. It is 3-2 and I've managed to use up half my time explaining the premise. The opponent actually also seems to understand what needs to be happening, so we should probably rush this forward a little bit more than I have been. Right, so they keep advancing. I'm not really sure how many of these sergeants I need to actually break through, because obviously I'm coming at them with more pieces than they have to defend, but they're doing the exact same thing to me. So I'm not really sure what the precise setup that I'm looking for is. I just know that I have to throw a whole bunch of pieces in their general direction. I believe the first 2 ranks of sergeants can move 2 at a time on their very first turn, just like a pawn can. So that also includes moving diagonally. All right, let's keep pushing. Again, if I want to promote, the 13th rank is actually here. So I'm incentivized to break through a little bit closer to the center and not just, push directly into a corner. All right, let's keep advancing. They're doing the same thing. I think for our first game, I shouldn't stress myself out too much with precise calculation and just kind of push all my sergeants in their general direction. It'd be a greater shame to lose on time for absolutely no reason, or for overthinking, that is, than just get our hands dirty and just kind of see what happens. So we have 6 sergeants. They actually have a pretty decent number over here as well. They're attacking ours, but we're still well defended. I'm going to bring in 1 extra sergeant. All right, they keep moving forward. Let's keep doing the same thing. Our attack is a little bit beefier than theirs. That doesn't mean that if they don't play precisely, they might not land one of these sergeants on the back rank, but I honestly think we're okay so far. Okay, is that not free? No, because I only have 2 attackers and they still have 2 defenders. Interesting. There's this weird dynamic where they can defend forward and diagonally, but never side to side. Okay, let's just keep advancing. I don't think there's any reason for me to entertain their attack. All right, they advance as well. Oh, and should I capture, they can take this way and slip by. But I don't have anyone behind defending. Ooh, that is actually a pretty big problem. Okay, let's trade, and then I'm gonna bring this sergeant over and just try and stop them from actually, I don't even have to move this guy. He already defends the 13th rank. Okay, let's continue our attack. Okay, they continue bringing more pieces in. I'd imagine I should do something similar. All right, they advance again. I don't think they're hanging anything, so I'm just gonna keep pushing. I'm down to 37 seconds. I need to move much faster. Okay, they move past. Let's keep pushing. Because right now, this single sergeant is never going to be able to promote because I have my own sergeant defending. So I think to some extent, they at least kind of have to entertain my attack over here. right, they bring in another sergeant. This is where things are going to get a little bit sticky because they could promote here pretty soon if they have both of those sergeants. Okay, let's keep pushing. Oh, and I think I've set myself up to actually do what the opponent did as well, which is maybe to push here, because that little triangle defense seemed to be really nice to force their weaknesses and try to sort of break through as opposed to like tearing down all of the pieces, which I think is something the opponent did much better than I did, was realize that you actually want to slip through the army, not necessarily just, break it down head on with brute force. So we'll see what sort of strategy they adopt. They could entertain my attack. They could also just full commit their own promotion. Okay, they do in fact take. Let's take back this way. And I'm interested in moving down and promoting. They take back, I take again. I don't think they can stop me now from promoting, but nor can I stop them from promoting. So it'll be a race now to see who's faster on the way back, or maybe who picks up more sergeants on the way back. All right, we'll move down. We have promotion in one move. They do as well. So we're gonna take at least once so they don't end up with two kings somehow. And then we'll promote as well. I did move first, but they promoted first because again, they kind of realized that you're supposed to slip through the army. All right, I'm gonna move my sergeants away and forwards. I'd like to trade them off as opposed to just losing them outright, because I am behind in tempo in terms of, capturing sergeants myself. Okay, they do take. We'll, I guess, keep running. The problem is if I spend too much time running, then I sort of just, allow them to bring their king even more towards where they want it. Yeah, I think I completely misread the situation here. All right, let's take. And the biggest problem here as well is that should I make a mad dash for it to escape with my own Berolina, they're much closer than I am. So I don't really have that luxury. They do advance. Okay, I'm gonna give this check, force them to take, and then I take back. Okay. And now I think I need to get one, sort of broken free so I can mad dash it to the end and try and promote it. I'd imagine they're going to try and do the same. Oh no, they're coming out to bring out their Berolina. Oh no, we are in big trouble here. Oh, we're in big trouble. Oh, I don't even remember how this thing moves. Oh wait, yes, I do. It captures forward and moves diagonally. Okay, I have some notion of what on earth is going on here. Let's bring out another one. With the time situation, this is going to get very interesting, assuming the opponent doesn't just like steamroll me and figure, okay, they're gonna steamroll me. I think they've figured this out pretty quick. Oh boy. All right, let's move. Obviously, I can't get captured, so I have to move over. Maybe if I like move my sergeants into the middle, that can be annoying enough to, hold on to the center for at least a little bit longer. Oh, they're down to 10 seconds. I don't think they need to lose this. I think they have this in the bag, but I'm going to make it as much of a headache as possible. Okay, we've now centralized the sergeants. Doesn't really do that much for me. Okay, here comes the Berolina. We gotta be real careful because if she gets to the middle, it is game over. Oh, she's coming around. Okay, we'll centralize our own king. Let's bring this sergeant forward and this sergeant forward as well. Yeah, the problem is our army is just way too small to actually accomplish anything. So we're kind of gonna get brute force pushed out of the middle, and that Berolina is good to go. Yeah, I think the only way we win this is they just have to blunder everything. I think they've totally got this under control now. Okay, we'll shuffle over. Oh, she might be able to move here. No, they advance. Oh, because I guess we're controlling that square. I really don't even want to move forward. I kind of just want to hang out. All right, they do take. They do have to take back. They advance again. It's just going to be the king in a second, but the problem is the king can get pushed out pretty easy. Yeah, we'll shuffle around, but this is pretty much game over. No, don't push my king away. We get that trade. Oh, we can't trade kings. Oh, is it because it's... Wait, what? This is news to me. I'll shuffle over. This is very much news to me. Is this like a checkers rule or something? Maybe they need to come in with their sergeant. Yeah, I think they just figured that out as well. That is extremely amusing. Yeah, I just can't capture the king. But I'm not going to capture the sergeant because then the Berolina can push me out. So, oh, but now I can... Oh, now it's defended by the sergeant. Yep, they take back. And with that, I do get stalemated and lose... Wait, what? Wait, what? You won because I stalemated? This has happened before where I swear that I understood the rules beforehand and then I come and play and then I have no idea what's going on. GG, that was a fun game. Yeah. GG's. Great game. Wait, I could have sworn that I read that stalemating would lose the game, or maybe I just kind of assumed it. Wow, we won, I guess. I wonder if it's dawned on the opponent yet that we won. Wait, what do I do with this information? Because I played that entire game on the premise that I was going to get stalemated and lose. So I won, technically, but God, that was an awful victory. Okay, I guess we have one victory under our belt, but we need to massage this variant a little bit better. I don't think we've quite understood what's going on yet. Let's go to move on to game number 2. All right, game number 2, we're paired against Killer Tofu. Let's go ahead and start advancing these sergeants right away. We'll take a page out of our previous opponent's book, and I guess just try to get in directly through here or around here somewhere so we can just move diagonally and promote to that king. All right, let's keep advancing. It's pretty funny because they're very slow moving pieces that you want to move very quickly. All right, we're moving forward, and I think this is what I'm going to be working with. I'm going to leave the rest back here as defense. Okay, luckily the opponent is starting to engage over here, which I think is advantageous for us. Because again, thanks to our previous opponent, we've kind of figured out that you don't have to capture the army to break through it. Because these only move straight ahead like pawns do, any space they leave behind is barren forever. So all you have to do is slip past, and at some point you can get that promotion. All right, so let's keep advancing. We want that sort of like triangular setup where one of them can get pushed into the enemy's position because it's well defended, and then eventually it just slips past. So I'm looking at this point right now, a point of a lot of interest to me at the moment, because if we do slip past, that's pretty much it, right? We can slip by and get that promotion. All right, let's keep pushing. I'm not sure how many sergeants I need to actually get to that square, because that means I also need sergeants here and here. This one's easy because nobody's looking at the square right now, none of the enemy pieces at least. This one's a little bit trickier because there are 2 sergeants on it, and this one intends to move, so I need at least 2 sergeants on that square as well. But now, oh, and that also means that I need another sergeant on this square, because should they capture, this one would have to take back, meaning it can't defend straight ahead, meaning this one would be free. So I need to advance this one as well. Okay, I think I'm finally starting to at least kind of understand how these calculations are supposed to work. Okay, they're going for this sort of brick wall setup. Is that a concern? Probably, but let's see if we can finesse it anyways. Right, should we advance, they might take. I don't know if we have enough sergeants yet. I'm gonna bring in another one, because again, they have the inherent disadvantage that they're always going to be spread thin on this side of the board. Like over here, they can at least, move pieces diagonally, sort of like we've done, and create a little bulk of pieces. But on this side, because these sergeants can never move backwards and kind of come back and reinforce, they always have to be spread thin, I'd imagine. All right, let's move this way and reinforce this sergeant. Ooh, and they're doing the same thing. That's interesting too, because the faster they can bring it to the center, the more of these sergeants they actually can bring over as backup. Okay, yeah, this is going to turn into a sort of brute force battle. I've already sort of decided. I think I'm going to recruit all of these sergeants. I mean, they're also pretty far forward, so maybe if I can break in even as far as over here, I can still get that promotion. Ooh, that's a new idea. Wait a minute. Okay, wait, there's something to work off there, I think. Let's move this way. They advance again. I think I'm okay with trading everything off here and just shooting for this square instead, which is much higher up than I'd originally kind of anticipated that I was going to play for. But that's because they used to have sergeants back here, right? Which they don't anymore. So I can actually get on this diagonal and still get the promotion that I'm looking for. Okay, let's keep moving forward. The problem is you can't have outside defense onto this square because there's no square up here to diagonally defend. I feel like I'm missing something here. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have simplified, because now I don't have roots over here to defend inward, or rather outward. Yeah, I think I might just need more sergeants. Okay, they keep advancing. We'll just reinforce. Okay, now they're bringing in really far back sergeants, so they're pretty confident in their position, and I think they're probably right to be. Yeah, I think I might just have to do the same. Except I'm coming a little bit more from the outside towards the center. All right, let's keep bringing these sergeants in. This guy can move 2 squares. Nice. Let's bring this guy up to the front, replace him with the sergeant behind. So far, so good. Okay, and there has to be a breakthrough here. The problem is I'm really pressed for time. All right, might as well bring these guys in as well. Yeah, let's just bring everybody to the party. Sure. Ooh, they finally take. Okay, they'll take this way. Yeah, the time situation is not getting any better for me. Okay, and they're going for that breakthrough. Well, what happens if I just go this way? They're gonna take. Okay, we'll take back. We'll defend. We'll take back. And we'll advance. Okay, they attack again, which means this guy's free, so I do have to trade this off, which I think is fine. I'm down to 20 seconds, but I think I just won a sergeant there. So that's actually okay. And then we can defend you, and you can take back and cover the same squares. Sure, this is still okay, I think. Ah, I see. Okay, we'll go ahead and trade because I have no way to defend that, but we should make it to a king before they do. And I don't think there's anything else to calculate here. I think we're just, oh, but they have this guy back here. We'll see if they realize they can use him. Okay, but now I'm in time. All right, so we push, and then pretty much all we have to do is, okay, they finally remembered, but I can promote to a king by taking, and then we're gonna come and munch up all of these guys back here. Nice, and this should just be completely winning now. We didn't really finesse the situation there, but with 25 seconds, there's more than enough time for us to, get through all of these moves that we need to make. It doesn't really matter that we're losing all of these sergeants. We're gaining back an insane amount of time. Now we have 2 kings on the board, which should be just more than enough for the victory that we need here. Right, we'll keep advancing the sergeant. He's going to promote as well. They are guarding the center, but again, they only have 1 piece to do it. So we'll promote. Let's move you over. Oh, but if I take, doesn't that stalemate the opponent and give them the victory? Wait a second. Oh boy, I need to get out of here. Okay, I need to run this way as fast as I can. Okay. Yeah, we're not gonna fall for the same thing that our opponent fell for, which is not like, I don't mean fell for in like a negative way, but you know. Okay, let's go. Let's hustle. Okay, they have moves now, so I can take. Great, I think, maybe. We'll go here. No, I've stalemated them! Oh, I literally verbally said that I had to not stalemate them, but then I totally forgot that this does not move like a sergeant. This captures forwards. There is no piece there, so it cannot move forwards. It can only move diagonally, and because it serves as a king, I've covered that square, which means they're not allowed to move there, which means they do win the game. Wow. Oh my gosh, I was so close yet so far. I think the other mistake I made was running to promote a whole bunch of kings as if we were playing in like regular chess, when really what I needed to do is run back and get this square as fast as I could. Even if my opponent captured all of my other pieces, getting my Barolina out is a huge threat, because either they stalemate me, as I did my opponent, and I win, or I place it in the center, and I also win. But just the instinct of promoting to a whole bunch of extra material as if that were some huge advantage kicked in, and it was a little bit overpowering there. Anyways, if you guys did enjoy this video, please consider liking and subscribing. Sergeant's Checkers will be the first link down in the description below in case you guys want to try it out for yourself. Best of luck not stalemating your opponent. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.